Hey everyone, my name is Carl Anderson and we're at Anchour Studio today and we're going to be doing a piano tutorial for the song Be Still, which is a new release by Vineyard Worship. So for the piano tutorial, we're going to be going over a couple of parts of the song that are some specific to the arrangement that we did in the studio, and some of them are a little bit more open to interpretation in terms of how they're played. But I want to give you an overview of what those parts are. The song, first of all, is in the key of A flat, and the chord progression for the verse section is A flat, F minor, E flat, and C sharp major, and then that repeats. Played simply, it goes like this. So the variations that I'm putting on those progression on the progression itself is on the E flat. I'm suspending the chord, and that's really the only variation. Approach wise, obviously this is dependent on how you form the song on your team in the studio and even in a live context. I would keep my attack kind of soft for the first part of the song and have lots of kind of reverb tail just to add kind of a pad support element to it. So the first part of the song of the verse plays through the progression just like that. The second half, there's a articulation added on the right hand. It's super simple, and it just goes like this. It's repeating the first couple of chords, repeat the A flat on the right hand in between on the half note of each chord, which goes like this. From there, the song moves into the first chorus, and the progression for the chorus is C sharp major, E flat major, F minor, and A flat. The first chorus, the approach on the recorded version, is it just plays in a very similar style to the verse, just whole notes on each chord in the progression, which goes like this. And then that repeats. The second verse carries much like the first verse. There's a little bit more movement, but nothing too specific in the recording. The second chorus is where things get a little bit more interesting, and there's a lead line or an ostinato that comes over the top of everything, which is also mirrored by other elements in the track, like the guitars and synths. And that line is this. Approach-wise for that part, for the live context, I would use a heavy amount of reverb and even delay on it to really sell the atmosphere of the part. Again, that's more specific to your particular worship team arrangement and style. From there, the song moves into the bridge. In the first part, the bridge has two halves. There's kind of a down octave part for the vocalist, and the chord progression for that is just F minor and A flat major, and that's played just like this. and that repeats. The piano gets a little bit more interesting on the build part of the bridge, which goes like this, the same progression, but there's a moving line that starts to happen in the right hand. And then the vocalist moves up an octave, and the progression changes a little bit there, but the same ostinato on the right hand stays largely for the whole next section. The next chord progression in that second half of the bridge section is B flat minor, C sharp major, A flat major, and E flat major. And that progression played simply is this. And that's with the basic triad approach. To keep that moving part going that was happening in the previous section, the right hand plays like this. And then from there, the song goes into the chorus where it goes back to that that lead line with the right hand and the left hand following the progression. And that's the song on piano.